Our lesson entitled Bee Pollination is for second graders and addresses the standard of plants depend on animals for pollination or to move their seeds around. For the engage phase, the students will be asked a series of open-ended questions such as what do bees do and why are bees attracted to bright colors and sweet flowers. They will then discuss in their small groups about why they think so and will explore the phenomena in the next stage. For the engage phase, we are going to ask students open-ended questions that grasp their attention about the topic of bees. We will address the tenet, science addresses questions about the natural and material world because we'll ask them open-ended questions and students will use background knowledge as well as inferential thinking to make conjectures about bees. This is appropriate for their grade level because it taps into prior knowledge about plants and animals as well as making inferences about what they think might happen. The students we are teaching are second graders, and in this stage they are in the concrete operational stage of Piaget's theory of cognitive development. In this stage, students are able to organize thoughts as well as create rational thinking when developing new ideas. For this activity, we will be using the cross-cutting concept called the shape and stability of structures and of natural and design objects are related to their functions. We will do so by asking these open-ended questions. We are assuming that these questions will help the students be better engaged with the topic, as well as talking with their peers to get new ideas. We think that what might not work so well is facilitating the discussion, so the teacher will be walking around the room to make sure that the discussion is on topic and relevant. After talking more about bees and plants in the engage phase, in the explore phase, we will have volunteered students that will demonstrate a model of the pollination process. This tenet that is being addressed is science is a human endeavor. The students will be creating their own model to try to explore and find out exactly what the pollination process looks like. This is appropriate for the grade level because they are creating a model and they will have the opportunity to revise it later. This concrete operational stage is accessed because it is using specific knowledge to develop abstract ideas. The cross-cutting concept we are using is structure and function, and we are assuming that all students would be given the opportunity to present if they would like to create a model for the pollination process.
In our Explain section, we address the nature of science tenet. Science addresses questions about the natural material world. We are addressing the idea through pollination. Our activities are developmentally appropriate because they are still challenging to the students while still staying in their ZPD level. It is also accessing concrete operational because we are helping them by giving them the tools they need to rationalize their own thinking. We will be using both the CCC and the DCI for this lesson. As a reflection, it might have worked better to flip the two lessons and do the paper craft first. In the elaborate phase, we are addressing the nature of science tenets. Science is a way of knowing. In this area, we are asking them to take these broad concepts of pollination and apply them to their everyday life. This is developmentally appropriate because we are doing a lot of group work in this section and allowing the kids to practice using their rationalized thoughts in an open and fast-paced manner. It is also good in the mental function category because it asks them to think about abstract roles and ideas. We are using both the CC and the DCI in this lesson part. And as a reflection, there is a lot of discussion in this section, so it might be good to add more hands-on activities.
For the evaluate phase, we will have the students do a pollination collage to demonstrate how plants and animals interact for the pollination process. They will be given many different materials so that they can use their creativity to accurately depict the process that they had just learned. The tenet that will be addressed is that scientific knowledge is open to revision in light of new evidence. This ties into the previous 5 E's because the students will be able to edit their model to make it more accurate. This is appropriate for their grade level because it incorporates art and also allows students to revise their model and demonstrate their understanding of the topic. This directly responds to the Common Core standard that plants depend on animals for pollination. We think that's something that we could have changed or to give the students even more background knowledge, such as providing them with alternative resources such as books or articles that they could reference for their collage. They will be given many different materials such as yarn, glue, tape, markers, and crayons to complete this collage and use as much creativity as possible.